Mr. E. Yeah, alright. We were done with that. Anyway, I own the Yamaha MG10XU. It's an amazing mixer. Not perfect, but it's amazing. One thing that I love about this mixer is that it has two gain knobs, I guess. The way to explain this, here, let me just play this real quick. As you can see here, there's a lot of knobs. You may not know what they are. These are the gain knobs, and these are the knobs that you can control whether something be loud or something be quiet. If you turn the gain knobs all the way up, it'll clip your signal, and nobody wants that. And you know, even if this is turned all the way up and this one is turned all the way down, you're still gonna be clipping, but you're gonna be quiet, but you're gonna be clipping. So what I do, is I turn the gain nearly all the way down, the way you saw it here, and I turn that volume knob all the way up. So I have great audio in terms of volume, because I can scream, okay, because at the moment I actually have my compression all the way up instead of to 0 like I did in this video, which was shot like a few days ago, maybe a week ago. Because if I were to have, like, let's say both knobs at 12 o'clock and I were to scream, it'd be loud and it'd clip, and I don't want that. So what I did is I turned the gain down kinda a lot, and I turned the volume knob all the way up, so then I sound great and not quiet, but you can still hear me great. So now I turn on the compression so I can like be all the way back here. You can still hear me. Obviously there's a audio difference in terms of like how I sound, but like you can still hear me at pretty great volume. And in terms of like the EQ, yeah, I have a little bit of highs. I lowered the mids and I raised the low just a little bit, so I can get that bass, but I can also get that highs. As you can see there, I have my microphone connected, Blue Amber microphone, beautiful. And these two cables up here is actually my PlayStation 4 audio. So what I did was I got a digital to analog converter. That's what I got. But what I got was, instead of me going to my PS4 and having it set to HDMI, I set it to, thank you truck, I set it to optical out. So basically, if I were to plug in an optical cable into this digital to analog extractor, then the signal will go to that box. And these cables here are RCA cables to 1/4 inch jack cables, which is basically, I don't know if you have ever seen like a guitar, you know the cables to plug that in. It's basically that fat entrance onto the mixer, knowing which one's left and right, red is right and left is black or whatever, and that's how you plug it into the analog extractor fucking audio thing. And that's how I get my audio. And with the volume knobs at the bottom, I can actually control whether it's loud or quiet, and it actually comes through either like that on OBS or anywhere else. Anything I hear through my headphones is basically what comes through, like into OBS, into Twitch or YouTube, or basically something like that, which is kind of hard to like sometimes to get the audio levels right, because you want to be loud enough for the people to hear you, but also the game be loud enough so people can listen to the game. And I don't know if you can see this cable right here, the FX Send. The way I used to record my friends through like OBS and shit is I would use my Elgato Chat cable, which is a 3.5 millimeter jack to another 3.5 millimeter jack with an entrance for headphones. So basically I connected it to my line in, and then I got the other end of it, and I connected it to my controller. And from that, the little splitter thing is where I connect my headphones. But I'd have a lot of issues with that, where like the sound would come out all messy and all ugly and stuff, right? So what I did was I tried to look for ways, and then I found a way, but then it sounded gross. like in post processing, the audio was glitchy, it was cutting off, and I didn't like that. So basically, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna spend money on a mixer, and that's what I did. And I put the old Elgato channeling cable to use. I stuck it into a 3.5 millimeter female into a 1/4 inch male, and I stuck it into the FX end. So the FX button that you see here, or microphone jack, and it comes up on my computer. I select it as my communication mic, so I go into Discord or anywhere else, because a problem with this mixer is that whatever you plug in or whatever comes through this device, if you were to use the same input as, I guess, as the output, I don't know, it's weird to explain, everything would come through your mic input thing. So what I did is, I used the FX send, and this is what I use for my microphone. So I have this up to here so people can hear me and just me. And my quality may be lower than what it is coming directly from the MG10XU, but it's worth it. I love it. Let's get back to it. And these two cables right here, these two RCA cables, are two RCA left and right into a 3.5 millimeter jack male, which I connect to my phone, just in case I want to, I don't know, listen to music, and I don't want to open Spotify on my computer, so I just plug my phone in, and I put a playlist, and I can also control the gain on it, the knob. And right here is just my headphones. I have my headphones connected, my HS50s by Corsair. They're fucking amazing. Although I've been kind of fucking them up a little bit. So I may need to get new headphones in a few months, maybe next year. But yeah, these work amazing. The first time I was using them was on my first Black Ops 4 Blackout solo win. Well, it's not my first one, but it's my second one, I think. I think it's 14 minutes long. And this is how, I check the effects. A lot of people go through it. I'm not going to put you through the fucking hassle of it. Pan balance, if I go to the left, you can hear me through the left. If I go through the right, you can hear me through the right, etc., etc. I press this down to listen to stereo, which is basically left and right. If I were to, unpress it or keep it unpressed, it'd be mono, which is basically one channel, which is, directly in the middle, which is, a better way to put it. So, yeah. This is my phone audio. This is my PlayStation audio, and this is my PC audio. So all of them are set to nearly exactly the same, but I can always change it either in game or on the board. And same here. This is basically this is the same situation. This is the gain right here. This is the microphone gain, and this is the volume gain. So basically, if I were to set this too high up, and if I were to listen to something with bass in it, it distort bad. But I have this set to a low volume, and have this set high, so it can sound great. I don't mess with the frequencies and shit when it comes to PC and my phone, because I can already do that. With well, at least in terms of Spotify, I can always do it with their built-in equalization, which I love. The level stereo, I never got what it did. I guess it just showed me how loud I'm being. I don't know, I never got that. This button, if I were to set all of this high up, and if I were to have this button on, you can see or hear the effects. But if I were to press this button on with everything still applied, it'll turn everything off. So yeah, that's another great thing. And yeah, I think that's it when it comes to the MG10XU. 14 minutes long. What the fuck? How long is it going to be when I edit it? I don't know. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it informative and, encoding, cool, and you liked it, and me, fuck me, comment, and sub, it's greatly appreciated. And, when it comes to tutorials, I like being bullshit free, because there's a lot of people who are so you want to do this and this and this and this and this, and make sure you gotta have holy shit, that peaked my mic. Make sure you gotta have $70 fucking in your wallet, or else this won't work. I love getting straight to the point, and if it's something informative, then I'll fucking do it. And if no one else is doing it, then I'll fucking do it my way. And if you don't like it my way, then I'm sorry, man. If I'm the only one doing it, you're gonna have to follow me. But anyway, like I said, like, comments. Oh my god, I hit my pop filter. Like, comments, it's greatly appreciated. You don't have to. Just leave comments and tell me how it helped you, if it did. Yeah, I guess that's it. See ya.